Chiefs in a match. It's in his favour.
So as I was explaining before, Full Tilt Phil or Full Thief Phil was introducing the artist. Yeah. This all goes back to an argument that was had in training between Riley Wallis and Big Kris, where Wallis basically said Kris was washed up after what happened with Scott Plitt last time out, Addy.
Well, you know, it did push him to his very limits.
It did. And what Riley Wallis said was, he said if he loses to Big Kris today, that he will leave FTW.
Well, that is really putting it all on the line.
Absolutely. Back to his feet, cartwheels through, and there's the reverse hammerlock there.
Showing that agility, and that's what he's going to need tonight against Big Kris. He's going to want to stick and move. He's going to want to keep it fast
and that's it.
And frenetic.
If he slows down the pace, we're in Big Chris's wheelhouse, because the enforcer Big Kris likes to hit quick and hit hard. Riley Wallis backs Kris back against the ropes, but the enforcer way too heavy, much bigger of the two opponents here, Addy. It's going to be hard for Riley to get his game going. Riley likes to kick and hit and move, but when he gets hit,
and
he's
now,
going to get hit.
What was he thinking of that? That was never going to happen. Washington section really against Big Kris.
Big Kris, who is obviously in charge of FTW these days.
Oh, he nearly took his
Steps
foot
over
out.
there. Big Kris off the ropes, goes back over the top. Oh, and he rolls and lands on a child in the front row. Oh, maybe that's not a child.
It's a young lady. Definitely not a child.
To be fair, many people of many different frames will look like a small child next to Big Kris. He is a large man who's just caught.
This is true.
He's caught Wiley, rounds him up. Boss man
against the hardest part of the ring.
Now, Kris explained to me earlier that he is a little bit worse for wear today. Taking shots of Jameson's with shots of pickle juice while watching Goldie Looking Chain yesterday.
I wish I was there too. I wish I was there. I have seen Goldie Looking Chain on many occasions. Once is my alter ego band, the Movie Looking Stain.
Oh, and another big chop. It's been a night for chops across the chest, Daddy.
It's Chop Suey.
Winds back.
Oh my gosh.
With some venom going that way. Riley Wallis looks a little bit flattened by what's going on. Obviously didn't think it through before challenging and saying that the enforcer Big Kris was washed up.
He's not saying that now. That's not right, challenger.
Riley Wallis flattened there once again by Big Kris. Crowd getting back. You'll have to excuse us there, guys. Sorry, we had a little bit of a technical mishap. Just trying to make sure that the batteries were charging. But during the little break there, Big Kris has really cemented what's going by just slamming and going really hard on what's going on there. Riley Wallis looks absolutely out on his feet here, Addy.
He really does, yes.
I suppose that's what you get for talking smack about the guy who runs the show, the enforcer Big Kris. who we've seen in some epic battles here at FTW, but Riley getting back into it, gets the feet up.
You mess with the boss, you get the horns.
Oh, big double clothesline. Ooh, and another one.
He's way around.
Ducks underneath.
Ducks under.
Oh, and a big rough rider by Riley. Oh, and big Kris with the kick out there. Riley Wallis taking a second to take a few deep breaths and probably try and come up with an idea of what he needs to do here.
Oh, mama.
Big Kris.
Drop an elbow and one an elbow.
The massive elbow of Kris going right across the chest of Riley Wallis. And the underdog Riley Wallis here, looking like he's absolutely spent as Kris is just having his way with him. Hooks him up for the clothesline here. Sorry, not for the clothesline, for the suplex. Up goes Wallis. Pulls him down, reverse into the screwball. Kris had the shoulder up there. I didn't quite see what the referee's decision was.
I don't see that. What's going on, referee?
Kris pulls back as Riley calls for the sweet chin music. One into the shoulder. Oh, and one right across the face. And this time, Riley Wallis does not have to